My uncle was, he would come and visit every summer. Take me out, we'd go painting at 10, 11, 12 years old. He'd pack up watercolors or oil paints at the time. And what kid had the pleasure of painting with oils as a 10-year-old? We'd go off and plein air painting outside. Sometimes we'd work in the house, in the studio. With printmaking, you cannot get the softness that you can in the human form with paint. Even if it's pushing towards abstraction, you can still get that feel. With printmaking, you're limited in those blocks, and you're limited in the ink, and that push and pull doesn't get quite as. And I think that's why I kind of like figurative work in printmaking as opposed to the painting part of it, because the paintings are so, it's so much easier to get that softness and that beauty, that what we think of as inner beauty comes through. I lived by the water all my life. My dad was a ship captain, so the water has been a huge part of my life. I row every day. I love to kayak, and I have a sailboat, and so the water's been a big part of it. The sailing is, I don't think there's anything more aesthetically beautiful in man-made objects than a sailboat on the water. So that's been always a big part of my studies. I love fish. I love the undersea world. I think if I came back in another life, I wouldn't mind being a limnologist and studying the water and the oceans and the seas. With my professor over at UWS in my master's program, Bill Morgan, I learned he was a big proponent of eventually you can only paint so many beautiful mountains. You got to push that. You got to push the beautiful tree. You've got to go somewhere and get it to evolve a little bit. And I've thought of that all my life, and I think he was spot on.